So Samsung is preparing their S11, S11 Plus, and possibly anything else they got up their sleeves for their event, which is in a couple of months. And since Samsung is usually pretty spot on with answering back to Apple and other companies, it looks like they're going to be hitting back in the one department that they have nailed this year, audio. And their answer to the AirPod Pros are the Galaxy Bud Plus.
Get lost, get faded, get high off the love we're making. Late night, I do anything to feel alright.
Hey, what is up everybody? Michael here, welcome back to Technoid. And guys, tonight's episode is going to be very quick, so don't expect to stay too long. I'm going to keep this brief, I'm going to keep this short, and we're going to do this easy. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I love when you guys tune in. Thank you always for doing what you guys do as fans. And the last thing, also released tonight, I will be releasing another cover song, but this one was professionally edited, professionally made, thanks to the studio that I go to practice for singing, Phoenix Studios. Thank you so much for taking the time to record this song. I will be posting two versions of the song. The first version will be the original that we did, and then a very special edition one with a throwback to old school. So with the 50s track sound, older sound, you guys will see later. But let's get right into the story. Story number one, Samsung. So as I said at the beginning of this video, Samsung is prepping for their S11 event. They are getting everything ready to announce what they're going to release, and Galaxy Buds have been at the top of my list. If there's anything that I'm excited for, is a follow-up to the Galaxy Buds. Now, if you don't know, Apple's AirPod Pros have hit the market, and basically what they're doing is they're doing a noise canceling version and a new design. While I've tried them out and they're definitely not something to be raving about, they are definitely a big improvement over the regular AirPods in terms of sound and in features and for what you're getting for your money. But with that said though, it is priced heavily at $250, and in the state of New York with the tax, $275. That is just ridiculous amount of money to pay. But good news, Samsung is possibly working on a follow-up. Now, I have done a similar story in the past where I talked about the S10 and also Galaxy Bud 2 and the possibility of ANC. Well, a reliable source who, I forgot his name, but the link will be in the description. You can read the full article. This is, again, take this with a grain of salt, but he has come out and said that Samsung is working on a new version of the Galaxy Buds titled Galaxy Bud Plus. Okay. On the one hand, I'm like, that's not a bad name. It's better than saying Pro, but yeah, I don't know what was wrong with Galaxy Buds. I don't know. But the Galaxy Bud Plus is the rumored name, and they're supposed to have ANC. So it is confirming what most people are speculating with this backup, because this man is mainly reliable with this news source. So please understand, I'm not taking this from an opinion. This is from a reliable source. He said Apple's AirPod Pros come out now, and then Samsung's will be Galaxy Bud Plus. We haven't gotten any information on whether it's going to be sound improvement, but we do know that they are going to be working on ANC on these earbuds. And we don't know anything about battery, we don't know anything about sound. I am hoping for better sound, a little bit better bass, and also an increase in battery life, not on the earbuds, but on the charging case. But overall, we definitely can expect. So whether or not it's going to take Apple's AirPod Pros and knock them out the window, I don't know. But I will say this, I love the Galaxy Buds. They were my favorite in-ear wireless headphones. They were so light, they felt flushed. And honestly, I used them with my iPhone before I went to Galaxy. They were fine, but pairing them with the Galaxy has made it even better. So I cannot wait to see what they do. And I hope that they're very good, and I hope they're reasonably priced. Definitely not going to be priced in $250. I hope they're in like $199 or around that area. I think $200 would be reasonable because you're putting ANC in there and you've got a lot more, so $50 cheaper, I hope. But that is it for this story. Now the next story, Apple. Now, okay, I just want to address my subscribers. I respect that you don't trust Apple, and mainly the big bunch. And I'm not going to call any of you guys out, but please, when I cover an Apple story, I just need you guys to understand that is the part of tech. You got to cover everything. And I get that you guys don't like Apple. I know some of you do dislike Apple, some hate Apple. But no matter what, please, I'm asking you, please, just bear with me through these stories. I get you don't like them, but to keep commenting them every single time, it can be repetitive. And a lot of these comments are going into my spam folders, and I have to manually. So please, if you don't like Apple, please limit the amount of times you say it. I understand that and I completely get it, but I have to do my job to inform the people, you guys. So please bear with me on that. But with that said, story number two, Apple. So Apple is reportedly working on, of course, iPhones, but there's been a lot of circulation happening about a new pattern of releases, that Apple is basically going to be making now iPhones 2 times a year, that instead of having it once a year, we will now be seeing a 2 release. Now this is the most confusing thing I have ever seen with phone sizes and this and that, but this all makes sense. So basically what Apple is going to do is be releasing 4 different iPhones. 2 of them, the standard of iPhone 12, the 6.1 inch, and the mystery smaller iPhone, which we have speculated to be the iPhone SE 2. That will be the first 2, which is rumored to be released in the spring. Now obviously this won't happen right away, but they are targeting 2021, but they could start it in 2020. With a full update in 2021. But the regular size iPhone 12, and then you have the smaller iPhone SE 2, that will be released in the spring, and in the fall, you get the iPhone Pro and the Pro Max. So that's 4 different iPhones, and honestly, I think that is a very smart thing for Apple. The truth is, they are suffering in sales, and this is the best way for them to get their sales up. Apple, I don't know if this is just because you're out of desperation or smart, but this is something you should have been doing a long time ago, because on the one hand, I understand why you're doing it now because you realize the numbers, but on the other hand, there have been other companies that have been doing this like Samsung, Huawei, OnePlus, and they're doing well. Their sales are fine, especially Samsung with the Note and then the Galaxy. And hopefully the Note will now just be the Galaxy, and then you got the Fold or whatever. But the point is, this is a good thing on you because now you realize you need to bounce back on sales. You need everything to come back. Now, obviously, Apple's not by far failing. They're not doing terrible. But in other parts of the world, they're not doing the best, especially in China and especially in several parts of Europe. So they need to bounce back. So by doing this 2 releases, it makes sense, and I think it's a good thing. That is story number 2, and the last one, and that is it for today's episode, is a follow-up for the Lou situation on the phone case. Now listen, I saw Lou Later's video. He explained the situation. He basically wrote on Twitter that he was gonna come out and explain everything. Well, we saw his video, and it was 45 minutes. Okay, how can anybody sit through his videos for 45 minutes? I don't understand that. I seen his podcast. I'm glad I'm not subscribed because that's just too damn long. But literally, he made a video explaining his phone case and trying to clear up as much, but in reality, he didn't do anything. He was secretly avoiding all the questions we've had, but simultaneously talking about the case and comparing it to things, trying to take a jab at, the cheaper phone cases, but that's not what we are talking about. We're talking about how he removed 3 videos about Pataka cases, why he started hiding his social media posts, and then, in an attempt to cover his tracks, start talking about phone cases and things that just don't add up. And he basically wasn't addressing it. And this will be the last time I'm talking about this. This does not deserve my attention anymore. I think at this point it's over with because he's gonna sell an ass load of the man has a family, he has a business, he has to make money, and I'm okay with that. But he could have done this a better way. Instead of having to go around things, and I respect Lou, but I don't respect the way that he's approaching this. I understand this is a business thing, you want to rid the competition, which is probably why you took down the Pataka cases, because your cases look very similar and are probably similar, but instead of promoting somebody else, you want to promote yours. So you take the video down, but you couldn't have just said it. Like, why try to hide things when you could have been upfront with your audience and just tell the truth? Look, I got a business, and look, it wouldn't be no shame. Everybody does this. Everybody that makes things sometimes want to eliminate the competition. But the problem with Lou is that he did it in a way where it drew so much attention, and that he tried to retrace his steps, and now there was another one. He copyrighted strike a video from Pataka, which is going a step further. Now you're probably saying, okay, this is probably a recent Pataka video. This video was over 2 years old that Lou decided to copyright strike and then strike the channel. I don't understand what Lou is trying to do. Like, he's trying to rid Pataka? Is he trying to cut ties? See, this is what I don't like, his method of approach. He's copyright striking things that don't make any sense. So for me, I agree with everybody. This is not the right way to approach things. If you want to cut all ties, just don't respond. Don't give in to the attention. Just leave it alone. Just be honest and upfront with your audience. Don't delete videos, don't try to hide things, and then don't go copyright striking videos over 2 years. You're abusing the system, and you're definitely abusing your power as a YouTuber. You have 16 million subs, and you're telling me you need to copyright strike a case manufacturer that literally doesn't even equivalent any sales, any money that you possibly make. Now, I get YouTube's algorithm is definitely, by all means, terrible, but don't tell me that you need to be going after a case manufacturer just because you want to make something that looks very similar. Look, at the end of the day, all I'm gonna say is this. Lou, I'm happy that you're making a phone case. That's fine. You have a business, you got a family, you got a personal life, you got things to take care of. That's completely fine. You wanna price them at $45? That is fine. What I am not okay with is what you are doing in an attempt to push this thing. It's one thing to rid the competition, but to do this and then to try to retrace your steps and to respond to fans on Twitter that want answers and clarity and just copy and paste and then try to send us to a video that doesn't do anything. It does not make sense. So at the end of the day, all I'm gonna say is this. Lou, good luck. I hope you do well, because honestly, you'll probably do better than I ever will, but please, next time you're gonna do something, don't ever try to retrace your steps. Let things be and be upfront with your audience. Don't take my advice for it, but that is just a way of life. And that is it for today's episode. And again, I am not talking about Lou. I will not talk about this anymore. I wish him best. I hope he sells a lot of phone cases, and I think he will do well. So for that, I give you a lot of respect for going out and creating your own thing, and I wish you the best of luck, Lou. That is all I have to say. I'm not being sarcastic. I am being upfront. I wish you the best. That is it for today's episode of Technoid. Thank you for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below about everything we have covered tonight about the Galaxy Bud Plus, the Apple iPhone cycle, and then, of course, the update on Lou. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and peace!